Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am here to bring you the 2025 market predictions for Western Washington. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to this video so that every time I come up with a video, you'll be notified. All right, so the numbers are finally in for December, finally. I think a lot of us realtors are on edge waiting for the numbers to come out because the MLS will come out with them usually within the first week of the following month, for the month that we are wanting to, look into to see how did we do last month. Usually takes them about a week. So finally, the numbers are out. All right, so first I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. Finally, we're in 2025. So may the new year bring you endless joy, good health, and success in all your endeavors. I hope that you enjoyed your holiday seasons with your family. Hope you felt all the warm and fuzzies and time to get on with the rest of the year. All right, so now for some predictions for the 2025 Western Washington climate for real estate. Now, keep in mind that, things change monthly. This is just what the experts are kind of guessing and predicting that is going to happen. So will 2025 be a good year to buy Washington real estate? So here are some key takeaways with that. All right, so home prices in Western Washington are projected to increase modestly by approximately 2 to 4% in 2025. An increase in housing inventory is anticipated, leading to reduced competition among buyers. So, as I've said in previous videos, home prices are always going to go up anywhere from 2 to 4%, sometimes even 5% every year. So they're foreseeing that home prices are definitely going to go up. They are anticipating that there's going to be an increase in inventory because that's been basically the biggest issue with home prices. Is that there's not enough inventory. And so there's more competition, but they are predicting that there's going to be even more inventory in Western Washington. I have been seeing a lot of new builds and things like that. So that will lead to reduced competition among buyers because there's more to choose from. The market is expected to become more balanced with neither buyers nor sellers having a distinct advantage. So right now, it's been pretty much a seller's market for a while now. But that is set to kind of get more balanced towards a neutral market. So we will definitely see about that. Mortgage rate interest forecast. So will interest rates go down in 2025? That's always the question, right? What about interest rates? What are interest rates? Are they going to go down? I'm trying to get that 2% interest rate, which I recently did a video on that. So definitely take a look at that, why rates change. So the key takeaways with interest rates. Rates are likely to remain elevated, with some forecasts indicating they will stay above 6% through 2025. So unfortunately, they're not predicting that they're going to go lower than 6%. It's definitely possible. Still, anything is possible, but they're not foreseeing that they're going to go below 6% at this point. Now, keep in mind that interest rates always have to do with your, credit score and your debt to income ratio and things like that of what interest rate you'll be assigned. So you always want to talk to a lender first to see what your particular interest rate will be. All right, so elevated rates may temper buyer demand, leading to a more balanced market. So again, hopefully we'll see more of a neutral market. Interest rates are always going to be, somewhat of an issue for some buyers out there. Some people, it's not as much of an issue, and for some it is, because interest rates have a great impact on what your mortgage rate will be. So, or what your monthly mortgage payment will be. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then overall market activity could stabilize as both buyers and sellers adapt to the prevailing interest rate environment. So they're looking for things to become a little bit more stable, kind of meaning that people are just kind of getting used to the fact that interest rates are just higher now. Again, you check out my most recent video on why rates change. We're not forecasted to see 2 and 3% interest rates anytime soon. I know people are waiting for that to get a house, but the more you wait, the more prices go up on houses. So, you can always refinance later. I always say if you can afford to buy so that you can start building that equity. All right, so here's some tips for buyers going into the 2025 real estate landscape here in Western Washington. So explore rate buydowns and adjustable rate mortgages. So negotiate with sellers for rate buydown options or consider an ARM to secure a lower initial interest rate. This can reduce your monthly payment while planning for future refinancing when rates drop. So an adjustable rate mortgage kind of can start you off at a lower amount, and then after a certain amount of time, it would go up to what it's supposed to be. So this can kind of help maybe with the first few years of owning your home so that you have a lower mortgage payment, and then kind of helps you prepare, get used to, save for your mortgage rate to go up a little bit later. So this is definitely something to think about if you're really wanting to get into a home. And then sometimes sellers will do rate buy downs where they will buy down your rate so that it's not as high at first for you. So that's also something to consider. And that's always something that we can help negotiate in the deal. Focus on homes with price reductions or longer days on market. So homes that have been on the market longer may present better negotiation opportunities. Sellers may be more willing to offer concessions to cover closing costs or buy down your interest rate. So homes that have been on the market more than 30, 40 days, the sellers have a goal. They want to sell their home, right? So you do have a slight advantage when a home has been on the market longer because they want to sell their home. So they're more willing to, offer concessions, just like it says here with interest buy downs or covering closing costs or a number of things that I've seen. They're more willing to work with you on fixing things that come up during the inspection, all of that. So keep that in mind as well. And then you want to get pre-approved and lock in your rate early. So work with a lender to get pre-approved and lock in your interest rate to protect against further rate hikes. This gives you a competitive edge in making offers and managing affordability. So once you get that interest rate locked in, you want to make sure that your lender locks it in for you so that it doesn't change, because if it's not locked in and the rates change the next day or a week later, then it's going to change. So make sure that you get your interest rate locked in. All right, so now it's time for the Tacoma weather report. Now, keep in mind that these numbers are also for Seattle as well. It might be off by a point or two, but it's pretty much consistent throughout that whole kind of corridor from Seattle to Tacoma. So it looks like we're in the 50s, 40s and 50s, which again is typical for this time of year. I looked today at the humidity, just to kind of give you an example, is 90% humidity today. So for people who say that there's no humidity here, or they're like, oh, not really, no, there's humidity for sure. So it's like 90% today, and it's like 41 degrees today. Tomorrow it looks like it's going to be 50 degrees, 48, 51, and so on. Looks like we're going to get some sun. Oftentimes in the winter here, it'll be foggy, and like right now, it's really foggy out, like so much so that like you probably can't see more than like 5 feet in front of you, like if you're driving, especially. So yeah, it can get sometimes a little creepy. I'm like, are we in a Freddy Krueger movie or what's going on? Because it can get really, really foggy to where you can barely see. So that's what it's like right now. But yeah, this is it. And then this is the chance of rain. So it's getting a little bit lower chance of rain. As you can see here, it's just going to be kind of partly cloudy. Looks like Friday we're going to get some rain, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. All right, so household tips. So I have some tips for you in decluttering your home. We are starting a new year. Let's not go into the new year with um, a bunch of clutter everywhere. So let me see, trying to move myself here. So new year, new space, decluttering tips for homeowners. So the new year signals the ideal time for a fresh start, and decluttering your home is a fantastic way to kick off a new beginning. By following these 3 simple steps, you can reclaim your space and set the stage for a more organized year. So it's good to keep up with getting rid of stuff, because if time ever comes where you need to move out of your home or sell your home, then you don't want to have to do all of that at once, because when you're ready to sell, you want to go ahead and get it on the market as soon as possible. And you don't want to have to like be like, well, we need a couple of weeks to like clean out our garage or to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Just keep up with it as you go. All right, so think big and start small. So decluttering the whole house can be quite an intimidating feat. So split the job up into smaller, more manageable tasks. For instance, allocate time one afternoon to organize your kitchen cabinets and another day for cleaning out the closet. So you don't have to do everything at once. That takes way too much time anyway. It's not like you can go through and declutter your whole house in one day. So yeah, split it up into jobs. Maybe start with the hall closet one day, and then get your room closet, the closet that's in your room. Throw away a bunch of old clothes just one day, and then go to organizing the kitchen cabinets and giving away old Tupperware or things that you don't even use. I know I need to do that as well. we've definitely started on our garage. So we've kind of gone through round one and we know what we need to get rid of. And now it's just kind of like, okay, getting rid of it, because sometimes that can also hold you up where you're like, I have this big thing, bulky thing, like, how do I get rid of it? And then it ends up just sitting. So figuring out how you can do that, asking Goodwill if they'll take it, seeing if it's something you can just, you might have to just take to the dump and just incur that cost, but it's better just to go ahead and get rid of stuff. All right, so you want to use the 3-box method. So label 3 boxes. You're going to label the first one toss, the next one donate, and the next one keep. So this will help you stay focused and intentionally examine each item's purpose. So by donating items you no longer need, you can positively impact someone's life while also eliminating clutter. So I think that's a great idea. I've been finding when, for instance, when we're cleaning out our garage, I'm going into it with the intention of I am going to get rid of stuff. Because you look at stuff and you're like, oh, I remember that, or oh, I want to keep this, thing because of this reason or whatever. But it's like, but are you using it? Like, sure, keep some sentimental stuff, that means something to you. But, I went into it with an intention of I'm throwing away a majority of stuff. Like the stuff has been sitting here. If it's not being used and it's not some heavy sentimental value, then it really doesn't need to be if it's been sitting in here for a year, So, all right, so make it a habit. So to avoid overwhelming efforts each year, aim to make cleaning and decluttering a regular habit. Set monthly and quarterly reminders in your phone to help you stay on top of your clutter and stay organized year round. So like it says, set monthly goal. Maybe go through your garage once a month and be like, okay, has anything else accumulated? Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Or, continue to do it. It might take you more than a month. Where, we did half of our garage. We need to do the other half. Um, but yeah, just set reminders on your phone monthly or, like it says quarterly to make sure that you stay up on it. All right, so January 2025 home maintenance tips. So I like to include these because, again, when you get ready to sell your home one day, which you may do, it's not, I mean, people do stay in their homes for 30 years. Sure, there are people that do that, but it's typically about 7 years that people will sell their home. Their circumstances change, their family gets bigger or their family gets smaller, there's divorces, there's a bunch of things that happen. And so it's typical to be around 7 years. So it's good to keep up on the maintenance so that you don't have to do a whole lot and you pass your inspection with flying colors and there's not a whole lot of negotiations with inspections and all of that. So first and foremost, you want to change the batteries in your smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector. So you want to take a look and see how long they last for on your particular one that you have, and make sure to get those changed. You want to check the gutters and roof for ice dams and icicles. So those can be, damaging, obviously. So you want to make sure to take care of that. You want to clean the basement, garage, and other indoor areas, just as we talked about decluttering, right? Check for drafts around doors and windows. So I know that we definitely had issues with that. And sometimes there are strips and things that you can put to make sure that no air is escaping or that cold air is not coming in, because that can help with, your energy bills. And then change furnace filters. So you definitely want to change those. They do have to be changed every so often, even if you have like a mini split like we do. You do have to change the filters so that you get the kind of cleanest air coming through. We noticed, hey, we're sneezing a lot. What's going on? We changed the filters and now it's fine. So you do have to make sure to keep up on that. All right, so real estate myths debunked, right? So I've been starting this new little chapter. We're going to debunk a real estate myth each month. So new construction is always more expensive. What do you think about that statement? Do you believe that? Do you think that building a new home is more expensive than a resale property? What do you think? All right, so this myth is false. So while new construction often has a higher price tag up front, it can offer long-term savings through energy efficiency, fewer repairs, and modern amenities. In Tacoma, many new build communities provide competitive pricing, and some even include incentives like covering closing costs or upgrades. However, older homes can offer unique charm and larger lots. So it's all about your priorities. So it's really, all about what you like. Older homes definitely have the charm and, they're more unique, they're not cookie cutter. But new homes, even though you might look at the price up front and be like, oh, wow, that's a lot of money, but you have to think about how much money you're saving in possible repairs that, and not to say that new homes don't have their issues. Still recommend getting, having everything inspected and doing all of that. But you're probably more than likely going to have less maintenance to do. I mean, you still have to, mow your lawn and do all that type of maintenance, but you'll have fewer repairs up front. And then, energy efficiency, it's probably going to have newer windows that are more energy efficient and, help keep heat in. And then when it's hot outside, help keep everything more cool. So you kind of have to like weigh your pros and cons, but I definitely think that in the long run, a newer home can be less pricey. All right, so here we have maps of Tacoma and Seattle. So in Tacoma, it's so funny because I was looking at this when I was putting this up here and I was realizing Tacoma kind of looks like a ghost or something. Like it looks like it has like its arms up, like, it's so funny. But it's shaped interestingly. So there's Tacoma and then here's Seattle. So I always like to kind of remind folks that are going to be moving to Tacoma that you will have a commute to Seattle. It is 35 miles south of Seattle, so just so you can kind of see that distance. All right, so let's go over the numbers for the Tacoma market update as of December 2024, closing out the year. Let's see where we left off. So we have 125 new listings. So there were 125 new homes that sellers decided to sell and realtors helped put on the market. The price per square foot in Tacoma as of December of, ending 2024 is $317 per square foot. There were 194 homes sold total in December. The average days on market was about 32 days. It's kind of a range like between when I looked like it's between 16 and 32 days. It really just depends on what's going on at the time, but the average is about 32 days on market. And the median selling price right now is $476,750, and that is up 5.4% from December of 2023. So that tells you right there that how I stress how the longer you wait, prices are going to go up because that house, say a house is that amount now, 476, it was 5% cheaper last year. So you save dollars by getting into the real estate market if you can afford to buy. All right. And so here we have a map of Seattle, just a reminder of what it looks like here, what it's around, all the suburbs of Seattle, Tukwila, Renton, the Renton Highlands, which are really nice. Newcastle, Mercer Island and Bellevue area. We've got Kirkland and Redmond, Bothell and Shoreline, and then it, continues to go up and down from there. So, but this whole little kind of stretch here, and I still haven't figured out what exactly Seattle looks like. Like I said, Tacoma kind of looks like a little ghost, and and Seattle, I'm still trying to figure out what it looks like. All right, so for the Seattle market in December of 2024, so there were 130 new listings, price per square foot, $515 per square foot, as opposed to, I think it was $317 for Tacoma. So right there, you can see the price difference. There were 333 homes sold total. Average days on market were 41 days. It's a range. It could be anywhere from 16 to like 41 days. It just depends on a lot of different factors. And the median selling price in Seattle right now is $861,900. So yeah, as you can see, the price difference is about a $400,000 price difference between Tacoma and Seattle. And this price is up 1.7% from December of 2023. So prices go up. And also I want to stress in Seattle, you can find homes that are 3, 4, 5, 600,000, 700,000. You can find homes in any price range, but you're not going to get, it's the space that you get. That's the difference from living in Tacoma. So you could find a home that's, maybe 400,000. Believe it or not, it might only be one bedroom. So it just depends, yeah, so there's homes in all price ranges, but you have to be willing to sacrifice space in Seattle. All right, so Western Washington listing. So I have a listing that I want to show you. All right, so we have this home that's located in Graham. It's a new construction home. It is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's 2,336 square feet. So let's dive into this. So I wanted to show you just real quick where Graham is. So here's Tacoma, right? And Graham is way down here. So like here's Bonnie Lake. This is where I live over here. And Graham is kind of, I would say, southwest of like Bonnie Lake area. And it's definitely like more southeast-ish of Tacoma. So it's definitely like a little suburb of Tacoma that a lot of people are moving to. All right, so let's talk about this new construction home in Graham. So welcome to Magnolia Park. That is the name of the community. They got ramblers and 2 stories in the community that they're building. This is a move-in ready home on Meridian near Puyallup. Magnolia Park is the perfect blend of modern lifestyle living with elegance and convenience. The 4 to 5 beds, 3 bath layout, and 2-car garage is a perfect choice. This is an upscale living with ample space and storage. Home's breathtaking master suite is complete with a 5-piece luxury bath, with a guest suite on main level and full bath, and a spacious master suite upstairs featuring a grand walk-in closet. The large loft provides additional living space, while the oversized garage gives ample storage space. You would love the luxurious bathrooms. The home is equipped with 5-star energy efficient heat pump and air conditioning. Okay, so a lot of homes in Washington do not come with air conditioning, and a lot of the new builds, I feel like they're putting it in now, but you know, Washington has such a mild climate, or has always had a mild climate, and they didn't need air conditioning back in the day. So that's why a lot of homes don't have it. People would just open their windows because there's only a few days, or used to be only a few days where you're like maybe in the 70s and 80s, and now we have more days that are in the 90s and stuff. And so we have to have fans, we have to install a mini split, or get a air conditioning unit for your window or something like that for a lot of places here. But this particular home does have air conditioning, and it has a heat pump so that it can pump all the heat outside. All right, so let's take a look at some of the features of this home. So this home was built in 2024. The construction actually ended in December of 2024. The exterior is cement, concrete, wood, and wood products. The flooring is laminate, vinyl, wall-to-wall carpet. When I was inside the home, so the laminate is in like the kitchen and bathroom areas, obviously, and then the rest is carpet. The appliances that come with the home is the dishwasher, the garbage disposal, the microwave, the stove, and the range. So this home does not come with a refrigerator or a washer and dryer. So again, this is why when you go to buy a home, you want to check and make sure the appliances that it comes with, because sometimes you may have to supply certain things yourself. The utilities for this home, it's sewer connected. The heating is 90% high efficiency, forced air, heat pump, high efficiency cooling, all of that. So again, it does have the air conditioning and the heat pump. All right, so let's take a look at this home. It is so beautiful inside. I'm telling you, seeing it in person is a completely different experience.
Okay, now you're going to see a actual house tour of this house because the pictures on Redfin were kind of out of order. So I wanted you to see it like how the house is actually laid out. So enjoy. All right, so we are going into the home, and to the right we have bathroom number 1 downstairs, full bathroom. And then to the left we have the garage, nice and new. You can fit 2 cars in here. And then over to the right here we have the pantry that you can add shelving to. And then we have our kitchen, got the kitchen island, stainless steel appliances, lots of cabinet space. And then that is open to the living room area. And then this is kind of a 360 view of it all. Look at all the space. And then downstairs we have bedroom number 1, which this can be used as a guest room. And then over to the left, the sliding doors, we have access to the backyard. You got some grass back there, nice fencing, lots of space back here for get-togethers. Okay, we're gonna head upstairs. Got a little view out the window here. And then the upstairs opens up into a loft space. You see the window in the closet there? That can actually be another bedroom. You can put up walls there because this home is zoned for 5 bedrooms. It currently only has 4. This is the primary suite. And And then take a look at the closet. It's like a whole other room. I thought it was a whole other room when I first came in here. And then we've got the bathroom, primary suite bathroom, got the double vanity, nice walk-in shower. And then next door to the primary suite, we have the laundry room, nice and spacious. And then across from that, we have bedroom number 3. And then we got bathroom number 3, full bathroom. Closet there, and then bedroom number 4. And then this is just another look at the loft space, again, where you can add on a wall to make that a bedroom right there.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so that you're notified every time I come out with a video. Looks like you already have me on YouTube. So please follow me on Instagram at abproperty1750. And I'm also on Facebook at Ashley Brown Properties. My information is here and it's also in the description box down below. If you're going to be moving to Washington, I help people move and buy homes here in Washington State. So feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you and send you some basic information. There's also links down below to my free relocation guides for Seattle and Tacoma. If you have any questions, let me know. Until the next time, take care. I'll see you all in the next one.